If, like me, you've got a workshop or a shed or a garage or a studio that's got tools in there and screws and nuts and bolts, you'll know that storage and keeping everything tidy, you need to label everything. Trying to keep everything in its place, and if something's missing, you know it's gone. Well, up till now, I've been using this label maker. I did a video on it a while back, actually, and I've just bought another one on the recommendation of Darren, one of my subscribers. Thanks very much, Darren. And it operates from an app on my phone. Let's see how it compares to the old one. And I've also bought a tool that I've never seen before, let alone use one, from Lidl, from the Parkside range. Of course, we'll trial that out because I've got a project coming up where that'll come in very handy for workshop storage, and also it gives me a chance to use my invention that I made a while back. So enough waffle, let's crack on with it. Hello sheddies, and you join me again in my shed. Let's start off with this Niimbot smart label printer. So look at that nice box and everything. It's a D110 series. Looks like it's coming in an iPhone box. This is the other one, the Dymo letrotag, and I've had this about 2 years now. And as I say, there is a video on my channel. I'll put in the link below of me going through it all in detail. The biggest downfall of this, I think, it's not a QWERTY keyboard. It's from A to Z. I think this is going to be a lot easier to use. Plus, this only does 2 lines. So you go 1 line, there's a label there, actually. Take that off. Started doing something, BN, don't know what that means. But you can do only 2 lines of writing. This one, I think you can do more. But let's open it up and have a proper look. The simpler, the better. That's what I like. So what you got on here? Glasses. Whoop. Right, so we've got editing app, smart identification, RFID, handy and portable, inkless printing, Bluetooth, made in China. Ooh. Charger lead by the looks of it. Instructions. That looks nice. Can you hear my stomach rumbling? Am I hungry? No, I've had something to eat. Keep quiet. So what does it say on there? That's to open. That's obviously to change the cartridges. Long press power button to open. Caution, connection with Bluetooth by app. Button in the centre. Let's open that now. Ooh, there's the cartridge. Seems very robust, does it? Well, it's plastic, but... Right, what I'm going to do, to save you a lot of time, I'm going to run through the instructions, get the app set up, show you the app, and show you it working. Back in a sec. So I've had to play around with it. I've downloaded the app. I'll show you that in a minute. But general overall thoughts, all good. It does what it says on the tin. Packaging good. This is nice because I can put that away so no dust gets into it, rather than probably using the box. Keep that. The charger lead, a little bit short for my liking, but most of us have these leads anyway with the USB-C on the end. But yeah, a little bit short, but no big deal. It flashes fast when it's charging. Label printer itself, to turn it on, keep your finger on the button, 3 seconds, and it comes on. And it's flashing because it's on standby. When it activates to the phone, or it connects to the phone, then it goes solid blue. The first thing I've seen is the labels in this letrotag. It's a continuous reel, so you can do whatever length of writing you like, and then you snip that at the side and it cuts it off. Whereas these have got one size label. You can probably buy longer labels. It comes in a pack with just short labels, probably about 1 inch long, which probably isn't a problem. But I find with this one, you don't have to get the particular sticker. You can just cut it to whatever length you need. When you're typing something out with the letters from A to Z, it's frustrating. As we all know, it's easy to type with QWERTY boards, especially when you've got all these that need labelling, and all these, and everything on there. Oh, and loads of these. Like I said before, to open it, just push the lever back, lift it up, and you can see the size of the labels on there. And you have to untape this before you start using it. It's not ready to go, which I discovered when I was using the app. I'll show you that now and talk you through it. So I downloaded this app onto my iPhone, and apparently it's got 2 eyes in Niimbot. Opened it up, terms and conditions. It gives you the option to log in, and I think it means you can save files, but I haven't done this yet. So then next, to connect to Bluetooth, and then connect to the device on your phone. Connected, and then you get a template, or you can play around with templates. They've got quite a few on there. I was having a look through them, and then there's some on there with the yellow label, but you actually, I think you have to actually pay for those. I don't know yet, I haven't logged in. You might be able to get them when you log in. So I started typing weekend shed head, and I wanted to put head below actually, but because I was doing it on one line of one font, I can't do it. I discovered how to do that later down, so you can have multiple lines. So you can play around with the sizes, positioning on the label. The white background is the label. Different styles like bold, italics, underlined. And I say you can move it from one side to the other or central, which I've done there. And adjustments on the spacing as well, of the lettering and the spacing on the one font, the one below it. Do it vertical, curved, in a full circle. There's so many different options on there, and I thought I'd just show you some of the things I've already discovered. Oh, if you can see on there as well, I've done like a black background. I've discovered later on that you can add multiple font lines on one sticker. So as you can see there, I've added a QR code. There's a QR code option, and there's loads of different icons and pictures, different categories. I think you can actually take a photo of a QR code and upload it onto here and then put it onto your label. Great idea, that. So next on to print. And I discovered that I've got no paper. Well, I have, I've just not undone it. So if you take the roll out, as you can see there's a little sticker holding it together. Take that off, put it back in, pull the tape out, and then rip off. Well, I've ripped off two there. Bit of a waste, but never mind. Tried it again, and it worked perfectly. And if you didn't know already, I film all my YouTube videos on my iPhone. So I couldn't film it as I was using the app at the same time. So I filmed it on my laptop and then filmed my laptop screen. So there it is, came out really well. Tore it off. Weekend shed head. Nice to peel off. Stuck it to the back of my tool wall. So here I'm playing around again and realised if you press the plus button when you click on some text, you can put multiple lines of text. So I used a different template. There's loads of templates on there to play around with. Let's see how that's turned out. Very small, of course, but we're just playing around. And if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. It really helps me out. If you notice, I didn't line it up properly on that printout. You can see the blue ring there. That's now showing it's connected to my phone. Like it overall. There's some offers on these on Amazon. I'll put the link below. But this one was around 15 quid at the time with the offer. But yeah, happy with that. I might put a bit of Velcro on it actually and stick it to the tool wall. Then take it off when I need to, or just leave it on there, in fact. Then I don't want to cover it in dust, so I'll think about that. My stomach has now stopped rumbling. I'll still probably use this. It's a good little backup. I do like this actually. A shame it hasn't got the QWERTY keyboard. Anyway, I've got a few rolls that need using up. But yeah, I might just keep that one maybe in the house. Similar sort of pricing as well. When I bought that about 2 years ago, it's about $14.99. But if you want to, watch the video on it. It's on my channel and I'll put a link below. Right, if you want to keep the same font, but if you want to change it, it's a bit of a chore to go through the menu and the settings, etc. See, when I did that video 2 years ago, my plan was to that day to finish off the rest of the labelling. Not yet done it. I've done one or two. Like there. Where's my spirit level gone? Oh, there's a good one. Subscribe. So now I've got no excuse. I can label all my jars above here. I really like the design of it. It's quite sleek, stylish, modern looking, rounded corners, good to put in your pocket. Need to turn it off first though. And lightweight. The charging port, very modern. It'd be nice to make a little holster to sit it in, wouldn't it? And just to give you an idea of the labels, there's the two I tore off. Quite a shiny finish actually, they're not like papery. Nice. Could probably go into more detail with this, but I thought I'd just give you the basics for now. I'll do a follow-up video when I've used it, when I've done a lot of labelling, when I get round to it. I'll also let you know how much it works out per label and how long the battery lasts as well. If you got any questions, put them in the comments below. Thanks for suggesting that, Darren. I'm glad I bought it. And I've just discovered something. I've just printed another label off using my wife's phone so I could film it being printed off. And if you've printed something and then press that again, it prints out the last label you did. Parkside tools. Love it. I think I'm going to pick up things as I use this label printer more often. Next. Right, the next item onto Parkside. And I get a chance to use my invention again. Went to Lidl and I bought a hollow wall anchor set on the theme of storage on my tool wall in my workshop shed. And these are for anchoring devices. You put them into the wall or a cavity wall or a plasterboard wall. Drill a hole, put them in, and then you can put the screw in and out, depending if you want to take whatever you want to put up, down, or back up again. if you know what I mean. £5.99, you get the tool and you get some anchors with it. You can buy these anchors separately as well from Lidl, from the Parkside range. So 31-piece set, hollow wall anchor set for anchoring in plasterboard, fiberboard, cavity ceilings and chipboard. It's to do with screws. Screws can be removed repeatedly without any loss of grip. For walls with thicknesses of 3 to 34 millimeters, hollow wall anchor setting tool, 30 hollow wall anchors, 20 by M5 by 52 mil, 10 by M5 by 65 mil. Nice box. And if I get different styles of these tools on that size box, I can stack them as well, like I could with these type of tools, pad saw and the precision screwdriver stacked together. And then these crocodile clips, eyelets and hooks, and Jubilee clips. Lock in. Right, let's open it up. Ooh. There's the tool. I've never used one of these before. Never used one. A bit like a pot riveting gun. Little clip there to hold it back for storage. Pull that back, release. Rubber grips, green rubber, but it's more rubbery on the black bit, if that makes sense. The rest of it's metal, hold together with circlips and pins. Yeah, painted steel, black. What does it say on here? Lidl Great Britain Limited. And these are the anchors, 2 different sizes. So we've got the small and the large. Got a tiny screw bolt going through. And the anchor itself that opens up behind the cavity, or plasterboard or chipboard. In my shed, in my workshop, I've got cavity walls outside of the wall, and then I put insulation and then the inner. A lot of areas is MDF, and I've used plywood in other areas. Instructions. It goes stage by stage. First, number 1, drill a hole, put the anchor into the device, fix the anchor into the wall, into the hole, with a screwdriver, and then it opens up behind the cavity wall like that. Say, never used one, never seen one, but let's have a go. That's where some of you may have seen a video a long time back, probably about 2 or 3 years ago. A lot of you will say, I've got a better way of doing it, but it's my little invention. And I made it from scratch, actually. It just needs 2 elastic bands. I'm going to put them on there now, and I'm going to fix it to my drill. Let me show you what I mean. So let me get my drill out, and I'll show you what it does. I wonder if you can guess what it is. Probably really simple, actually. So, get my drill. If you notice here, it's got a little nut and bolt with a wing nut for tightening up. And we slide that. I can't remember how to do it. Yeah, like that. Designed it and then made it on my bandsaw. You can watch the video in more detail, actually, on my channel, but these are made from biro outers. This is dowel. This is just made up of ply, a bolt and a wing nut. And at the end there is a couple of pegs. One there, an old hacksaw blade mounted. And then I've got a brush on top with some Velcro. First thing I need to do is tighten this up, this wing nut. This is the prototype, by the way, as well. I might make it stronger next time. In the next 2 to 3 weeks, I've got an amazing tool coming that's going to be able to enable me to make this a lot better. So watch out for that. There, 1 elastic band. A lot of you may have seen this already. Just for the new subscribers that haven't. Elastic band there. These are a bit tight, actually, these elastic bands, but they should be okay. Just to go. They're not too bad. They're a little bit tight, but they'll be okay for this. What a contraption, eh? And at the front, you can either use an envelope or a bag or whatever, but I use empty bag of crisps. Put that one up that side. There's a reason for that junior hacksaw blade to be there. Put that one there. It does work, by the way. Set up like that. And of course, it's a dust catcher. I know a lot of people who will be saying, why don't you sellotape an envelope to the wall or use a vacuum? Well, if you're doing loads and loads of holes, then it's a bit awkward to keep moving the envelope or keeping your vacuum there all the time. Plus, it's using electricity you don't really need to use. Plus, it's good to make things and to have fun. Right, let's drill a few holes. On this back wall, let's just do a demo one, because I've got some ideas for these, but in another video. So I'm just going to do a demo hole first, just to show you how it works, because I don't know yet. First, I need to change the drill bit. Okay, so that's the drill bit in place. Let's find out if those elastic bands are too tight. Where I'm going to put this hole? Just put it over there. What will happen is that bag pushes against the wall. That junior hacksaw blade pushes against it, so there's no gaps. Dust will collect up in here. Obviously, if I was just drilling one hole normally, I wouldn't need this. But if I was drilling 100, yeah, it would fill up quite quickly, I think. Right, let's show you. So let's just do one hole just there. Bit of the insulation came out, but as you can see, it works. At this point, I realised I needed a bigger drill bit, so I changed it and then re-drilled the hole out. Should probably move the tools out of the way first, but it'll be fine. That fits in better. Just release the screw a bit, I think. So what you do, in the end of this device here, there's like, you can see that opens up. As you squeeze, it opens up. You open up the screw a little bit, slide it over there, and as you pull on that, it opens and pulls against this end, and hopefully will spread it out behind the wall. Let's see. Push that in the hole. Push it in. Oh yeah. And then, if I... Has that done it? That's pulled it out. Then it's saying, knock it in with the hammer. 5 mil away from the wall, and then you do it again. Bear in mind, I'm doing this with one hand because I'm holding the camera with the other hand. Then you screw it in, and apparently it opens it up in the back. Soon find out. Yeah, it would have been better to use my electric cordless screwdriver to do this instead, but it's just for the benefits of the video. Must be opening up at the back. But I'm going to study it a little bit better when I do my main project. Yeah, I can feel it tying it up now. Yeah. And that little star washer's clamping into the wall as well. Oh yeah, it's getting tight. Clamping up behind the wall. Yeah, that's solid. And then if I turn it that way, I can take the screw out. There we go. So we can screw something against the wall, like a cabinet or a cupboard or a shelf or whatever. Well, that is solid in there. Or just leave it sticking out and hang something from it. For now, anyway. Well, it is the tool wall. Bit OTT, but it'll do for now. Very happy with that. £5.99. Loads of uses. And I say you can use it in plasterboard as well. And ceilings. Some may say it's over the top. I say it's having fun. Oh, and that brush on there for Velcro. You know when it's getting too much dust all over the drill and it's coming back and falling past the bag. Then you just go, and then against the wall, and it all gets into the bag as well. Bit of Velcro, stick it on top. Job's a good one. But as you can see, it does what it's supposed to do. I'll put the link to the video in case you want to see it being made. You may think, I can't be bothered. But all the fun of the shed. So let me know what you think of the label maker, the old label maker, the anchor device system, and my drill invention. Put your comments below. I read them all. Thanks for watching. And remember, keep calm and head to the shed. Cheers. See you next time on Weekend Shedhead.